Peace and blessings, and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. This episode, we have Andre Keys, who is the creator of Mayhem, and he has some choice words for people out there doing web series. He's back. And before we get into this interview, we would like to tell everybody to please follow us on www.heritagehiphop.com. You can follow us on all social medias, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc. because we're out there to support the hip hop community, and we are Jersey hip hop. Ain't nothing like heritage hip hop. So to everybody out there watching, subscribed, listening, thank you so much for being a part of our movement. And without further ado, we bring you this wonderful interview. Pay attention, you're going to learn something. Welcome back to Heritage Hip Hop. Yo, what's been going on in your life since we last spoke?
Not much, chilling, kick back, analyzing it, about to get busy.
What exactly does that mean, though? What do you mean by getting busy? Because the landscape of the game has changed since Mayhem went quiet. What are you bringing back to the table?
What I'm bringing back to the table is what the game been missing. Like, come on, like that's like a rhetorical question right there. What am I bringing back to the game? I'm what the game missing, so I'm bringing me back to the game. That innovative entertainment, that entertainment that people can't wait to see. You feel me? Like that entertainment, that's what's missing, and that's what I'm bringing back. You know what I mean? To top it all off, let the cat out the bag, which few people know already. It's Turmoil.
Before we go into that, though, talk about the landscape and what you see. You said you're bringing yourself back. Well, let me tell you what I've been told. There have been other web series that have been started, and there's other stories that have been told. Yet, a lot of your fan base has felt betrayed, and they're looking for that next fix, like every fiend, after they get that first hit. So come on, man. Let everybody know exactly what are you doing besides bringing Turmoil to bring that feeling back so people can be fed instead of just jonesing for the next one.
Nah, peep game. Talk about the landscape. So basically, what's out there? Like what's out there that, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, everybody want to compare to Mayhem, right? Or to Money and Violence, or to Respect Life. Them the top three. Like let's cut this shit straight dry. We are the top three. Ain't nothing else past that. You feel me? Is a bunch that's trying, just can't do it. You feel me? So that's the landscape. That's what's out there. You got Loyalty and Betrayal, which is half of the crew from the Mayhem cast. We all know that. That's butt cheeks. And I'm just putting it out there like on some old non-biased shit. Like at first I hated it, but then I gave it a chance because I birthed them. You get what I'm saying? None of them knew about filming, acting, nothing. You feel me? So I hated it at first, but then I had to give it a chance because at the end of the day, I still love the game as a fan. But it just don't measure up, period. And that's what they're up against. They're up against Mayhem. I'm up against myself. To top off the landscape, ain't nothing out there. Money and Violence creator Mo put out the spot. With his channel, with what Money and Violence did, he don't compare to himself as people would say. You get what I'm saying? But he just came from a intellectual standpoint with this web series. He wanted to cut some of the violence out, and I get that, and I can appreciate that. But ain't nothing out there right now. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, a lot of people don't have a recipe. You know what I mean? You could try, but if this ain't your passion, this ain't what you do, you know what I mean? You're gonna come up short every time. Now as far as Turmoil, that's just something new, something I created. You know what I mean? I was just sitting down with my partner yesterday. We came up with some dope ass storylines, and we about to go into production. As of tomorrow, we go into production. And it's just gonna be something dope. Like, you know what I mean? I'm up against myself, so can't nobody outdo me but me. You feel me? I'm a student of myself. So at the end of the day, I feel what I did with Mayhem, I could do with anything and anybody. You get what I'm saying? Because nobody was actors before I started Mayhem. Nobody knew what they was doing. Everybody was green. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I pick and chose, handpicked each and every last one of those people to be a part of my show, and I created them. You get what I'm saying? As you can see, from the show that they're on now to the show they was on, them same characters don't look nothing alike. Like, And they not supposed to, but the acting is bad. Everything is bad. Period.
Being that you have artistic license to talk about yourself and anything that you've created, we support that and we're cool with it. We also support the Loyalty and Betrayal family because that's Jersey, and we're not going to do the Jersey versus Jersey thing, but you do have the right to your opinion. So in your opinion, what's making Turmoil take off where Mayhem left off? Besides you being at the helm of it, how are they alike and yet how are they different?
Uh, to be honest, you said outside of me, but at the end of the day, it ain't no outside of me. You get what I'm saying? Whatever I create, it's going to walk through that same door. You know what I mean? If not do those numbers, more numbers. You understand? Like, I'm branded, not just the brand Mayhem. I'm branded Andre Keys. You get what I'm saying? I created 36 episodes of Mayhem, so it's not outside of me. You get what I'm saying? You can't mention nothing I do without having my name on it. You know what I mean? Without mentioning me. So it's not outside of me because it's me doing it. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I have the recipe. Feel me? And I'm going to continue to say that I have the recipe. I know what the fans want. I know what to do. I know how to do it. You get what I'm saying? Give me the right people and it's done. That's it. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's already written. I did it with 36 episodes of nobodies, including myself. We was all nobodies. So at the end of the day, whatever I do, it's gonna do numbers. My fan base never left. Mayhem fan base is right there. Mayhem fan base is my fan base. They don't go in there and say, and then when you hear Mayhem, they say Andre, Dre. We're waiting for Mayhem, Dre. They're calling me by my name. Andre Keys, Andre, Dre, Driz, Reek. They're calling me as well as calling Mayhem. You can't mention one without mentioning the other. So therefore, with that in mind, whatever I bring out, the fans is gonna follow. The fan base is there. That's my fan base as well as his Mayhem fan base. It's split down the middle.
So then coming back to the landscape of the game, what are you bringing now that Mayhem missed? That's an incentive to not go back to the same old thing, but to bring new eyes, new ears, as well as those past fans back to your channel, your station, and your creativity.
Oh, that's easy, man. I just told you I got a partner. That's the easy part, man. I went. Well, I didn't go out. They reached out to me. You know what I mean? It was somebody that I was supposed to be working with like a year ago when I came down to North Carolina. This person is very, 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 very well connected. Throughout the industry, used to work for Rockefeller Records. Managed a lot of artists. Fantasia is one of them. So yeah, the person that I got behind me, that's gonna help give me that what I missed and what I need, um, is bringing something very valuable to the table, far as bringing in new viewers. You get what I'm saying? I believe my partner do have the potential to bring in a large amount of viewers, way more than what we have, because she also has connections to all the radio stations down here in New York and a few other places. Like, I'm gonna be doing a big promo tour when we do it, when we actually start to release it. So yeah, like the plan is made, like, on where we going, you know what I mean, and what's the expectations. And the expectations is very high. When I came out the gate with Mayhem 3.5 years ago, the expectations was very low. We was talking 10,000 views an episode, 100,000 views for the first season. Yeah, I'm blowing that out the water. We already got the channel that's gonna create 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 views per episode. We shooting for like 500,000 per episode. You know what I mean? Like, that's the expectations.
Being that you did relocate from New Jersey to North Carolina, and it sounds like it's going to be very North Carolina driven. Am I correct to say that this is a whole new story and not a continuation of something building from the rather? something fresh and brand new. And it's interesting that you said now you have the platform because Heritage Hip Hop is all about giving brands and people their platform to let the world know that they're known. What is the burden of being known rather than being fresh out the gate now, rather than the first time when it was just nothing and you just came with something?
Yeah, this the turmoil is definitely North Carolina. It's definitely not a continuance of mayhem. When I said when I come back, I wanted to do something new. I was hesitant moving back and forth, like yo, I'm gonna just go back and expand mayhem, do what I do, go off the mayhem brand, and then I was just I guess I had the same conversation with myself that Mo, the creator from Money and Violence, had with himself. Like, yo, if I made that, I could make something else. Me, I'm a cocky motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I'm very arrogant. So I know I can make something better. You get what I'm saying? Not just something else. I can make something better. Far as what's better, storyline wise, shit, man. God damn, yo, motherfuckers better put they seatbelts on, man, because I'm different. Like, it was a lot of things like you said, what I'm gonna bring different. It was a lot of things in Mayhem that I wanted to do that I couldn't do. Due to the characters, a lot of them didn't want to be embarrassed. So, what I mean, that hindered the storyline. Right now, starting something fresh, start something new with a whole group of new people. And not just a group of new people, what I mean, a group of people that actually look up to me. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. You know what I mean? I'm not even taking that on like on some big headed shit. Like, they look up to me, like, because they know I could change their life. You get what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, you give me the right people at the right time, I'm gonna do my job and I'm gonna let God finish the rest. You feel me? Like, and that's just it. Like, I know I'm destined to do this. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't hard to know what I could do. You get what I'm saying? I already did something that blew the world. So now it's time for me to blow up the world with something different. And I feel I'm very, I'm very, very, very creative. I sat right here while I'm talking to you. I made up 4 scenes in my head. Like, that's just how creative I am. Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing I do that I'm not thinking about how to make a scene out of it. So, storyline wise, I don't need nothing from Mayhem at all. Like, I don't have to live off the Mayhem brand, nothing. I could actually start a whole new channel. Like, this is my confidence in this. This is not just saying I'm gonna do something. This is my confidence speaking. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't need the Mayhem brand to bring a new show and get views. It's because to me, it's not about the views. I like the organic of it. You get what I'm saying? Where I know my fans is in tune with what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I know what I'm gonna bring to the table. I know what I'm about to create, and I know the world waiting for it. Period. No matter what it is.
From the last time you've been on Heritage Hip Hop, man, we talked about different stories and different things. We talked about rape. We talked about how that wasn't told. And yeah, you once again, you talked about how characters didn't want to get embarrassed and things like that. Being that this is new, you could tell more of those things. Are there any things in particular that you've seen change in the world or become big topics that you want to touch on in the new story rather than keep telling the drug story, which I hope this is not that? Or even if it is, it's a new twist to it because every story seems to be the streets and drugs, the streets and drugs. Now that you're doing something different, it may have those elements in it, but what is the voice of this new story and what stories do you want to tell to enhance that voice?
Um, yeah, you spoke on it. You pretty much hit it, but I'm gonna kind of keep a little bit of that under the wraps. 'Cause people be watching me and listening to me, and try to beat me to the punch. Simple shit like maybe I'm not even gonna put it all the way out there, but I mentioned just on my Instagram, I put a post up. Damn, I want to play spades. All of a sudden, I see a series that has a spade game in it. Like I didn't. It was flattering. You know what I mean? And who's to say that those two even collided and that's what came out of it? I'm just saying at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep a little bit of what I'm doing under the wraps. But definitely I'm gonna be touching on a lot of different topics. I don't need. Actually, I really don't even need the street life. You get what I'm saying? I could X the whole street life out. Like, I'm that creative and if I tell a story, I'm gonna tell a story from my standpoint. You know what I mean? My beliefs of it and my view. And it'll be very entertaining. at the end of the day, like I said, I know how to twist shit up. I know how to, you know, um, keep people at the edge of their seat. You know what I mean? So I know how to tell a story. The story, you know what I mean? I just need the right people to tell a story. You know what I mean? I could paint the picture, but sometimes the frame helps. You get what I'm saying? The frame helps sells the picture. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, give me a blank canvas, let me paint, and the people with me, and then you know I'm gonna make some things happen. Um, that's simple. Like I don't see no other way of saying it.
That's the mark of artistry, not creatorship. When you're a creator, you make something. When you're an artist, you create a story with what you create. So I appreciate that and I applaud you for that. Is there anything that you take from the past experience that's going to make this thing better? And I don't mean money and I don't mean cast. I mean you yourself. How are you better now? And how is that going to fuel the success of this thing from your own creativity, your own resource, and your partner? And from the vision that you've gained from already walking the road of doing this one time previously?
You know, that's a great question that you asked, and I kind of appreciate that you asked that. One, how I'm gonna do things different is one, myself. I'm different. Throughout that whole ordeal with Mayhem, I learned a lot. You know, I learned what mistakes I made. You know what I mean? I even criticized myself for making those mistakes. Like I was telling my partner yesterday, you know, when I was like with Mayhem, I was like Doe with the football on Boys in the Hood. I want my ball back. You know what I mean? I was hugging that ball. You know what I mean? I ain't want nobody near it. You get what I'm saying? Moving forward, you know, after all of the experiences, you know, I'm taking some steps back. You know what I mean? I'm also taking some hats off. You get what I'm saying? I think for the project itself, that would be, you know, a big step in the right direction to, you know, involve more people. You know, not just people, period. You know, not definitely not cast members. You know, on the business side of it, cast members would not be involved. I definitely learned that part. Just people that actually has experience and you know the areas that I need help in, the areas that I lack. You get what I'm saying? So just me releasing, you know what I mean? Me releasing and allowing people to be involved and take ownership as well. Um, will be like something tremendous for the project and you know push the project along. You know, you give somebody ownership, you know they're gonna get out there and do what they supposed to do times 10 versus you know you just being a part of something. You get what I'm saying? So I think that alone will you know push this project so far beyond where Mayhem went. It'd be crazy. Like that was my biggest lesson to like, and I learned was to let go a little bit and let people get some ownership.
All right. So then I ask you this: what's the most rewarding hat for you to wear, and how are you going to raise that banner on this series?
Uh, my most rewarding, of course, is the directing. But going into this project, I'm gonna be the cameraman. I'm just so anxious to get behind the camera and you know test out some of these new things. So you know I can't just say one, so I have to say two: directing and actually filming. I need to be behind that camera. You know, it tells the difference. You know what I mean? My angles, my views. So I definitely has to be directing and camera. You know what I mean? I could let go of the editing and you know even part of the storylines. You get what I'm saying? I let go a lot of hats, but those two like those what I need to do. You know what I mean? Those are my passions: directing and camera.
The relationship to the writer and the pen is just the same as the director and the camera. But what is sharper, the pen to the creator or the eye to the director? And how does it bring the best out of you?
Um, the director is sharper. Like that's without question. Because the director could change whatever at any given moment. So like you know, if you know how I go, like it's a story that's written. It goes into the director hand. Whatever they go into production, they start filming. The director could change right there. Like, oh, all right, I don't like how that's said or whatever. So it's definitely the director. But they still all go hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. You get what I'm saying? So um, it's all a joint effort amongst all the elements. But the director is definitely the director. He has the final say on everything. You know what I mean? Even when it goes into post, he's sitting right there watching it be edited. You get what I'm saying? And telling them where to cut, how to cut it, what to do here, what to do there. So it's definitely the director. He's the key man over the whole project. And just to add to that, the writer, there's a zillion stories out there, but a director may, if you put a hundred films on his desk, he's only gonna pick one. You know what I mean? If he's a great director, he's only gonna pick one, and he's gonna bring life to those words. So it's definitely the director.
So now direct the minds of everybody that's looking forward to this. What's the direction and what's going to make it successful in your eyes rather than a monetary thing, I believe? Because you never really talked about money. You always talked about being creative and going to the next level. So define your victory, define your success, and define the next level.
The next level in success is not based off of money. Because if it was based off of money, I should have sold Mayhem fucking 2.5 years ago to Dame Dash for $250,000. If it was a success story that I was looking for based off of money, and that was just one of the many deals I turned down. I don't have no end game to it. You get what I'm saying? I'm just looking to bring new and innovative entertainment to the game, and wherever it takes me, it takes me. My partner kind of asked me that same question yesterday, like, where you want to be, what you want to like, what is it? I don't know, cause I don't care for, the achievements. Like, I don't care for none of that. You know what I mean? The one thing I care about, the one thing that drives my passion, is giving, creating something. One, first creating something, and then giving it to the fans, and then see how the fans respond. That's my reward. You get what I'm saying? That's my reward. That's what I wake up for. To see how somebody responds to something that was in my head. Everything else is a plus and a bonus after the fact. You get what I'm saying? Whether a bag come out of it or not. That's why you never hear me talk about the money, because I don't care about the money. Money never been the object. You know what I mean? At some point, throughout the most part of Mayhem, I was good on money. You get what I'm saying? Do what I was doing outside of Mayhem. I was good on money, so money never was my object. You know, at the end of the day, it was so, the cast can be good, and of course I'm gonna eat off of it. But if you doing what you love, money's gonna come, long as you do it right. Period. Mayhem wasn't done right, so therefore the bag didn't drop. This is gonna be done right in every other project behind it, because I don't just got Turmoil. I got a bunch of shit. I make new shit every day. I just don't have the resources to get it done. And that's what took so long for Mayhem to come. This is not something that I walked into and said, I'm going to do because I see somebody else doing it. I've been writing since 2003. I got scripts. I got a script I could pull out my closet right now and be better than anything that's out. Period. Like, that's just it for me. Is just doing it. That's it. You know what I mean? Whatever rewards follow and come from my hard work, then so be it.
But you know what's the real issue though? And I gotta say this. A lot of people are doing things looking for that mainstream love. And you've already been enticed with it and you didn't go with it. Dame Dash offered you this money. That's dope. Cause that is a level of success. Why do you think so many people are looking for that mainstream love instead of being true to themselves, which makes their art that much more credible?
Um, because, well, it goes back to what I said. This ain't something that I walked into. You know what I mean? This ain't something that I watched somebody do and said I could do better or whatever. I did say I could do it better, but this ain't. I didn't do it just off of the strength of this was the wave. You get what I'm saying? People look for that mainstream shit. They get into this all for the wrong reasons, and that be the wrong reasons. The mainstream, a bag. Like at the end of the day, you got a zillion people with cameras. If it was that simple, that easy to get the bag, everybody would have had the bag already. You get what I'm saying? So you're getting into it for the wrong reasons. This is, and I hate to always go back to mayhem. That's just my experience. When we first got into the game, when we first started doing this, it was all love for mayhem. It was fun. You get what I'm saying? We enjoyed doing it. Along the way, things happen. Um, and it created a dark cloud over mayhem to where it's just, um, saying I don't even want to say. Well, it was said to me. Somebody's a very big network was watching us. Not just watching us, the show. They was watching our life on, Facebook, Instagram, and we fucked that up. You know what I mean? They saw the war. They saw the war on Instagram, the lives, everybody kicking my back and downplaying mayhem. So a lot going to getting that bag is not just creating something. You got to actually change your life. You know what I mean? Because people not gonna invest in you if you're not worth investing in. So you can't just say, oh, I'm gonna make a series or I'm gonna make something dope and I'm gonna get the bag and it's gonna drop. No, it's not. Because these people are like, they think somebody's just gonna give you a $3 million check and not know who the fuck you is and what you out here doing. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, if you getting into it for the mainstream love or the bag, fall back, go do something else because it ain't happening. Like, that's just it. Like, it's passion. Passion gets you the bag.
To take this interview to like another level, North Carolina seems to be the extension of Jersey that is crazy right now. North Carolina, especially the Charlotte area, is blowing up. J. Cole, Dreamville, The Baby, Rhapsody, Little Brothers come out, and a lot of the strength of Jersey has been going down to North Carolina to find a new branch to accept our talents and to tell our stories. What is it about North Carolina, how they embraced you, and where has that blessing taken you to the next level of your development and growth?
Boom, 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 boom. You hit it dead on the head. See, you're smart. You're very smart. That's the one thing I do like about you. You're a very smart guy and you're in tune. Um, People need to notice that, and they need to hurry up and notice it very fast that North Carolina has took over. It's not taken over. North Carolina has took over. It got the biggest artist in the world right now, The Baby, and he's signing motherfuckers left and right. And going back to the mainstream question, The Baby is a prime example of getting into the game. Because it's the same thing. Entertainment is entertainment. He put his all into him. No, like, who knew him before the show? But I bet you everybody went back and did their research and went and checked out all his mixtapes and everything. He had like 4 mixtapes. This guy was out here doing his own street promotion, plastering his stickers all on anything he went near, whether it was in North Carolina or wherever. He made himself known. And North Carolina is about to take over. Everywhere had their chance. Everywhere had their time. North Carolina is just about to take over, and for the most part, the people I came across, they embraced me. You get what I'm saying? They know what I did. They know what I came to do, and they want to be a part of it. So like, I just don't see a failure here. You get what I'm saying? It took some time for me to understand it, because it's different cultures. You get what I'm saying? I'm coming from a very fast-paced lifestyle, coming out here to where it's a slower pace. But with what's going on in the music side of entertainment, and then, you know, me, and not just me, there's others out here that's actually, doing the camera work, along with us. And North Carolina about to be like one of the biggest states in the world.
And it already is. And the pipeline from Jersey to North Carolina is very well documented. Even when you said, what do people know about The Baby? I mean, his documentation was that issue he had on Atlanta doing the video when the dude tried to punk him on his video shoot. But he stayed true to himself, and being a man who kept 10 toes down and walking the beat, he found his lane. Just like you, it seems. Mayhem to turmoil, keeping 10 toes down and being true to the mantra. So take the time to plug, let the people know what's going on, when is it coming out, future plans, and what you want them to expect.
Man, I ain't got no plugs, man. At the end of the day, shout out to Heritage Hip Hop, you know what I mean, for having me, you know what I mean. Other than that, I ain't got no plugs, man. Like, just wait for it, you know what I mean. It'll be out, the promotion will be around. If you didn't see it, you hear about it, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, Turmoil is coming. Like I said, we going to production tomorrow, not actual film production. We going into the writing production of it tomorrow, and it's be coming soon, man. That's it, man. Shout out to Heritage Hip Hop, man, for holding me down once again.
All right, true. Much success to you. And no matter who people like or what it is, we support Jersey. Whether you in the land or you outside the land, you still Jersey. And we do Jersey first. So we say thank you for coming on, and we grant you much success. Peace and blessings. All right, everyone. So there you go. That's our latest interview with Mr. Andre Keys of Mayhem fame. Looking forward to bringing you Turmoil, a new web series coming from New Jersey by way of North Carolina. You can follow Mr. Keys on Instagram at mayhem_DRIZ. That's mayhem_Driz. You can follow us on all social media at Heritage Hip Hop. And if you're looking for some hip hop apparel, New Jersey hip hop, and more, you can get our things at www.storefrontier.com/heritage hip hop. We have shirts for Breast Cancer Month. We have hoodies, t-shirts. We're taking orders right now for snapback hats, beanies, etc. Because we support this hip hop movement, and we're going to be hip hop until the days we die. So to everybody out there that's been watching and supporting, thank you very much. Tune in for more. If anybody's looking to book an interview, you can hit us up on heritagehiphop.com and heritagehiphop@gmail.com. May the Most High bless you. To everybody, we say peace, and we out.